So go back in time and think of a memory that that happened, something that you would call magic, something that you would call transcendental, something that you would claim that it changed your life. Think about that moment, think about how you felt and how uh, maybe it changed a lot for you. Maybe it changed the way you are, or it maybe changed your perception. Something it changed. Maybe it changed the way you saw the world, maybe perception, or maybe it increased your capacity for something, or it increased your capacity for maybe love. Right? Now go back to the situation and just think about. Sometimes we have this assumption that things that are happening to us are random. The things that are happening to us are just a result of a chaotic life and some people coming together or some things happening, and we end up in situations where we experience something or lose something or win something. What if we changed that assumption today and today we started to believe that it's not random, nothing is random. Okay, so if nothing is random, then that moment that changed your life, was it a planned moment? If it was a planned moment, does that blow your mind first of all? And if it blows your mind, now go back and play that entire scene or image or whatever you felt, play it and go further back in time and start to think of the moment right before, when everything had to align for that moment to occur for you. Maybe it was a random meeting, maybe you met someone, maybe you met somebody who offered an opportunity to you, or maybe it was someone who knowingly or unknowingly changed your life. Maybe you found yourself, maybe you helped somebody else out, or so many things that could have happened that you could call magic. And if that moment was not random and that moment gave you, brought you more in life, and if you go back in time further, let's say um, we go back 5 years and now we start to think. So the first assumption is nothing is random. Okay, second assumption, we go back 5 years and we think and we ponder on how things were 5 years ago. Were they worse than they are right now? Were they better? Were they just the same? What was the difference between now and back then? For most people, even if nothing exactly looks perfect right now, things are better off than 5 years ago. If you go back further 5 years, so 10 years ago, and you compare it to 5 years ago, now when is a better time? Now you might say a lot of things have changed. There used to be a lot of peace of mind and this and that or something or the other, or you might make some claims which are more generic than the truth. But for most people, things were better 5 years ago than they were 10 years ago. So what does that tell us? Now go back 20 years or 30 years if you're older than 30, or if you can remember where you were 30 years ago. But let's say you're able to do that. Now think, are things better now, or were things better 30 years ago or 20 years ago? Things would be better now. So that gives another assumption to us. which is a fact, but you can take it as an assumption until you prove it to yourself. And the second assumption is life always gets better. No matter what situation we are in, no matter what we are going through, life always gets better. Okay? And now if we combine it with the first equation, we're solving problems right now. So if we keep first assumption and the second assumption together, then nothing is random. 2, life is always happening for you. Now, does that make it magic? If nothing is random, and if everything is happening for you, what does that mean? It means you have value. It means you are loved. It means you were always loved. It means you were always cared for. You always had value. The only value you felt like you didn't have is the one you took away from yourself. Because things were never random and they were working out in your favor. And this is true for everyone. So you're unique just like everyone else. But think about yourself right now. So, what do we do now? 1, understand that the only love we did not get is the love we decided to keep away from ourselves. The only care we did not get is the care that we decided to keep away. You were always cared for, you were always loved. You were always provided for. Things got better with time. Always got better with time. If you look at how things were 20 years ago and how things are now, things have improved. Do you have more magical experiences now, or did you have them back then and life has just gotten worse? No. Life has improved. Things have improved. Your state of mind has improved. No matter what struggles you went through, you got through them and you came out stronger. What does that mean? That means life is working in your favor. Things are not random. What does that mean? It means it was always in your favor. Things were plotted and planned so that your life would improve. How do you feel? How would you feel if you for one moment you could just give this some credibility, this thought that you were always important, always cared for, always loved, never ignored, never forgotten. And now, if we go forward with the assumption that we are loved and things have always improved for us, now when we try to bring more things into our life, what kind of state of mind can we take with us? Can we go ahead with a more positive, upbeat, I'm not saying upbeat in the way of like happy all the time and excited all the time and just like part of a movie. No, not that. But in a way that more good things can come to you. We stop blocking things. You might say, I've never blocked anything. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. You blocked things in the past that were meant for you. Maybe you delayed them. Maybe they still came to you. Maybe you felt you weren't ready. Maybe you felt it was a lot. Maybe you felt you didn't deserve it. Uh, maybe you felt it was too much, or maybe you felt you were too much. Whatever self-sabotage was happening, because you were working under the assumption that you were not loved, so good things can't happen to you. And that version needs to understand the two assumptions we learned about today. One, again, nothing is random. Nothing is a coincidence. Everything that happened, every beautiful moment that came to you, it was planned and organized. In a way, can you go very deeply into this? And just like, if I go back in time and think about a moment that was one of the best moments of my life, I was seconds away from missing it. Seconds. And I did not miss it. It still happened. Could I have missed it? Yes. Am I an overthinker? Yes. If I knew about it, would I have avoided it? Yes. It still happened for me. It still happened for me. And the moment you are thinking about, it happened for you. So now when we go ahead, let's not block things that are coming our way, because they're coming our way because it's for us. And it's because we deserve it. It's because things are being aligned for you. Things are being aligned for you in your favor, because you are loved and you are cared for. And they were always being aligned for you. So if something comes up and something presents itself, don't fight it. If you're still not sure about this, I'll give you a test, okay? Because we are, who we are. And we will never trust it until we test it. So I'll give you a test, okay? And this is something that I have tried. This is something I've recommended also. If you think you are unsupported, if you think what happened to you, what magical experience that you went through, because I'm sure you've gone through at least one. Okay, at least one. Where people ask you, can you tell me a nice story about your life? And you're like, that happened. That story. Okay? So, the test is, obviously now this is being planned by something bigger than us. So there is a higher version than us. There is a higher being than us. There is somebody who's pulling the strings. You may call it whatever you want. You may call it God, you may call it higher self, you may call it the divine, you may call it the universe, you may call it whatever you want. Whatever it is that you want to call it, ask it to present itself to you. Put your question out in the universe and say, if I am really loved, and if I am really cared for, and if all the things were being aligned for me in my favor, we've covered all the points, right? Didn't miss anything. So now your logical mind cannot intercept this. Right? So, if everything was being aligned in my favor, you want to add a few points, you can add it also. Then show me this. Then show me this. I don't know what. A pink teddy bear. A yellow butterfly sitting on a leaf. Sitting on a red flower. A cloud in a shape of a swan. I don't know. Okay, whatever you feel will be enough proof for you to believe that, okay, this is my confirmation. Okay, and then after you get it, you can't question it. Okay, if you question it, test it again. Final test. You can't do more tests than that. You can. You will still get an answer, because that's how loved you are. It's crazy how loved you are. It's crazy. You think you cannot be forgiven for everything you have done, for everything that you have thought, It's only you who's not forgiven yourself. And the sun is dimming, so the screen is getting darker also, so this is getting more deeper. Okay, ask for this confirmation if you don't believe my words. It's okay for you to not believe my words. My job is to tell you. So get specific and then put it out there. If you feel, what if I miss it, tell it to show it to you, like prove it to you, or take you there, or tell the universe to not let you miss it. Okay, give it a little time, not a lot. It'll not take a lot of time. Give it at least a couple of days, like 24 to 48 hours at least. Not that you will need that much time, but I'm saying don't like stop noticing. Okay, nothing is random, everything is in your favor.